Hey y'all, welcome back to another Psalms study. We're getting into Psalm 11, 12, and possibly 13. So this is titled Refuge in Yahuwah. In Yahuwah I have taken refuge. Why do you say to me, flee to your mountain like a bird? For look, the wrong bend a bow. They set their arrow on the string to shoot in the darkness at the upright in heart. When the foundations are destroyed, what shall the righteous do? Yahuwah is in his set apart Hakal. The throne of Yahuwah is in the heavens. His eyes see, his lids examine the sons of men. Yahuwah tries the righteous, but his being shall hate the wrong. And the one who loves violence, upon the wrong he rains snares. Fire and sulfur and a scorching wind are the portion of their cup. For Yahuwah is righteous, he has loved righteousness. The upright shall see his face. So when you take refuge in the Most High, he will protect you from the enemy. You don't have to worry about, somebody doing something to you or harm coming to you. When you take refuge in him, he'll take care of it. Because what does it say? Vengeance is his. Now, a couple of things that he says. It says, in your I have taken refuge. Why do you say to me, flee to your mountain like a bird? He's trying to save you. That's why he says, flee. Flee. Don't stay there. In a bad situation, you need to flee. There are times when people end up in terrible situations, and there has always been a small voice that has told them, do not go there. Do not hang around these people. Don't do it. And what ends up happening? Something bad happens. But flee. When he says flee, flee. Something else I wanted to point out here, where he says, upon the wrong, he rains snares, fire, and sulfur. It made me think of Sodom and Gomorrah, how it rained brimstone and sulfur on them for all of their wicked sins. And that, he says, that is their portion of their cup. So when it says in Revelation that the people drink of the same cup as the whore of Babylon, they drink the blood of the cup, that is what they're drinking. They're drinking the wrath that is going to come upon them. They're all sharing in that cup. And then up here it says, Yahweh is in his set apart Hakal. The throne of Yahweh is in the heavens. His eyes see, his eyelids examine the sons of men. Yahweh tries the righteous, but his being shall hate the wrong and the one who loves violence. He sees everything. And it's interesting because in the prophets, they're asking him, they ask him, like, do you see what's happening? Why are you not doing anything? You see the wicked that these people are doing. Why is nothing happening? Yes, he sees it all. He sees it all, but it's not their time to face his wrath. Their time is coming. Don't you worry about that. You just worry about when he tells you to flee, flee. I was in Psalm this morning, and this Psalm rings so true for this time that we're in, right? Oppression by the wicked. That is where we're at right now. Oppressed. And this first verse goes down to the last one. It says, save Yahweh, for the lovingly committed one is no more, for the trustworthy have ceased from among the sons of men. No one is trustworthy today. Nothing is trustworthy. I mean, you get on social media and what do you see? AI everywhere. And then down here, the wrong walk around on every side when worthlessness is exalted among the sons of men. They speak falsehood with each other. They speak with flattering lips, a double heart. Yahweh does cut off all flattering lips. A tongue that speaks swelling words, right? They puffed up, who have said, with our tongue we do mightily. Our lips are our own. Who is master over us? So puffed up, haughty, delusional, right? Prideful. Because of the oppression of the poor, because of the sighing of the needy, I now arise, says Yahweh. I sit in safety. He pants for it. The words of Yahweh are clean words, silver tried in a furnace of earth, refined 7 times. You guard them, O Yahweh. You preserve them from this generation forever. This refined 7 times has a footnote down here, and I did go ahead and write those verses on a little flip out. So Psalms 18:30, the Most High, his way is perfect. The word of Yahweh is proven. He is a shield to all who take refuge in him. Psalms 119 and 140, your word is tried exceedingly, and your servant has loved it. Proverbs 30 and 5, every word of Alua is tried. He is a shield to those taking refuge in him. So everything that he says is clean, it's pure, it's true. We can trust it because he is righteous in an unrighteous world. Chapter 13, a plea for deliverance. How long would you forget me, O Yahweh? Forever? How long would you conceal your face from me? How long would I take counsel in my being, grief in my heart day by day? How long would my enemy be exalted over me? Look, answer me, O Yahuwah, my Elohim. Enlighten my eyes, lest I sleep in death, lest my enemies say I have prevailed against him. Least my adversaries rejoice when I am moved, but I have trusted in your loving commitment. My heart rejoices in your deliverance. I sing to Yahuwah because he has been good to me. Now, this goes back to chapter 11, taking refuge in Yahuwah. Now, I was just saying, how the prophets were saying, how long are you just not going to do anything, right? But in times of when we're going through something, we're asking, how long do I have to suffer? How long do I have to be in this wilderness season? How long do I have to be in this season of silence? How long do I have to be in this season of being alone, of being set apart with no one around me? You separated me. How long do I have to deal with these people who are trying to bring harm to my body? How long? Because if it continues, I'm going to die. My enemy is going to prevail. My adversaries will rejoice when I am moved. This is what's going to happen. As long as you, Yahoo, are not doing anything, this is what's going to happen. And with David, his trust, his everything was in the Most High. But even in sometimes he was like, hey, how long do I have to deal with this? Even he had questions. Even he suffered for his sins. He suffered and was wondering when Yahuwah was going to show up. But the thing is, we try to put the Most High on a timeline. Like, hey, this is happening. I need you to do something like right now. I can't continue to deal with what I'm dealing with. I need you to do something. That's not how the Most High works. He wants to see your endurance. He wants to see, are you going to put all your trust and faith in him? He wants to see that because he knows that we're oppressed. Going back to chapter 12, he knows we're oppressed. He knows that. We are oppressed by the wicked. We're oppressed by their falsehood. We're oppressed by their flattering tongues and their double hearts. We're oppressed by their swelling words, their lies, right? Their lies. That is what we are oppressed by. So he knows all of this. And he says, because of the oppression of the poor, because of the sighing of the needy, I now arise. He hears you. You don't have to worry about how long you're going to suffer. He hears you. And this is something that I have to tell myself time and time again, because sometimes it feels like I'm just going through it. I am going through it and it looks like there's no way up, but he hears me. He hears me when I cry out to him. He hears me when I pray. But just because it doesn't happen when I want it to happen doesn't mean that it's not going to. And that's all I have for y'all.